Hello again everyone, Age of Dune here, and we are back casting another Starcraft 2 game. The map, as you see here, is WCS Cloud Kingdom LE, and I'm sure based on what you see here, you know at least one of these people. I didn't know FaiLo, but I looked him up, and I kind of know him more now. But start here with the little one. This is, from what I've seen, on the German servers, so they may be speaking in German. I'm not altogether certain, but we'll see soon. So down here on the bottom left corner, we've got LiquidTLO. I know a lot of people know the little one. I myself knew him. He used to do exclusively random. Every game he played, he was random. And then he switched to Terran, and I'm not sure if he switched to Zerg. I think... I don't know if he switched to Zerg or if this is just he switched back to random. But either way, he is not Terran anymore and is instead Zerg in this particular game. So that is the little one. Super popular, one of my favorites. Much like White Raw. I really enjoy White Raw, and also I enjoy the little one. So up here in the top right corner, we've got the one that I hadn't heard of, FaiLo. He is from the clan Derailed. He is apparently somebody who's been playing for quite some time. He got to the playoff stages, Copenhagen Games in spring 2012, placed second, but he did end up losing to KRR, and he actually retired in 2012, but apparently he changed his mind because he has come back into the pro scene and rejoined the team Derailed. So there we go. He's just, I believe it's just a ladder game, but I'm not altogether certain. I did find this on another news site. I've been searching around a lot recently for good sites that have replays because, ooh, that's a fast expand already. Little one expanding already, doesn't even have his spawning pool in the works. But anyway, I've been searching and searching for decent replay sites. I found that White Raw sites, but it only really has one packet of games that are recent enough that my client can actually show them. Most of his stuff was back from 2012, so I have just been searching. Every new time has been from a new site, and this one actually seems to be fairly consistently updated. I found a Reddit page that had a list of a whole bunch of them, but pretty much every one of them on that page was from 2012, and indeed the post itself was from 2012. Here is a expansion here, by the way, as well. So he's actually walling off up here, but is already expanding down here. By the way, in, let's see, Bronze League Heroes by Husky, this is the map where the person completely failed to wall in right here. So, I'm sure some of you watch Husky and will recognize that as well. So, the little one here is just sending out his overlords, going off scouting, fairly normal activity, while expanding like crazy. He does have a couple Zerglings on the way. It doesn't look like he's building too much in the way of offensive forces at the moment, though. He's just macroing up, which is fairly normal for Zerg. Zerg is extremely powerful at macroing. Their units are fairly weak, you know, compared to Protoss and Terran. Their units are fairly weak, but they're so good at making a ton of them that they don't really need super strong units. They just macro up and then just completely overwhelm you, which is the entire idea behind Zerg. They can just overwhelm you. So there's this guy's shooting at this poor little supply depot. It's not his, but it's just there to make sure that you can't wall in, from what I understand. And from what I understand, originally the Blizzard didn't have these at all. And then a lot of the professional map designers started putting them in because they were tired of people walling in here and putting units up here where they couldn't be seen, and it just ended up being unbalanced and fairly unpleasant. So Blizzard actually took that under consideration and in the future started creating those in their own maps. So that's why you see a lot of these. It's either going to be supply depot, random destructible debris. So that is the reasoning from what I understand for them being there. I know I think it was back in Season 1 of Wings of Liberty that they actually started putting that in there. It might have been Season 2. I was actually playing at that time. Oh, here's another expansion coming in from the little one. But yeah, I was playing back then, and I wasn't really deep into it or anything, but I remember parts of it. So these Hellions were actually seen by that Zergling there. So Little one knows what's happening. He's probably getting a couple things prepared for it, but not overly much. He is building a couple spine crawlers here, or one spine crawler here, and an evolution chamber. Zerg's own method of walling in. Evolution chamber and a spine crawler. So there we go. In comes the Hellions. They are going to go ahead and try to roast this egg away. They are not going to get to just... Oh, wait, never mind. They did destroy it. He used his AoE there and actually attacked the queen just so that he could go ahead and roast that thing. So now he's going to go ahead, probably come up here, scout this base. He doesn't have any damage or anything, so he doesn't have enough damage to destroy this thing. He's actually going to... Okay, so yeah, he's just scouting at the moment. Going to do a little damage to the hatchery, but not overly much. Hellions really don't do that much to buildings. They are more of a unit killer. So Little One's actually still just playing fairly passive. He is going to go ahead and bring out his spine crawler here as defense, forcing these Hellions back. Easy little force back, and honestly, it's a very good idea there. Just a little bit of static defenses. As you can see, this is actually my weakness. This Overlord is scouting over here. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice the Overlord just to see what's here. And he's going to see a bunch of barracks. So, of course, he's going to expect more of a bio unit. You know, Marines and Marauders, Medevacs, etc. Actually, the Terran is supply blocked, which is kind of unusual for this level of professional game, but he does have 2 supply depots coming in, so he wasn't supply blocked for long. But you usually don't see professionals getting supply blocked at all, I thought. Alright, so he did do a nice little drop here of the Hellbats, but he's not really able to do too much. He's being kept back by these Zerglings and this Queen. The Zerglings actually did a little bit of damage there, and oh no! He put them in the medevac, but the medevac did go down to the Queen, and I believe it took a hit from the Spore Crawlers. He just lost all of those units, which is actually really expensive, and I'm not sure he ended up killing much at all. Oh, actually, I don't know. He didn't kill any workers, but he did actually get multiple Zerglings, which Zerglings are pretty cheap. Resource-wise, he's actually not too far behind in how much he lost, so I'm not actually sure that was really economical there. Little One's just moving out his defenses here. Meantime, the Terran is building up more of these Hellbats, as well as a Marauder or 2, and he is just pumping out the bio units. So yeah, he's almost definitely going to be going Marine, Marauder, Medevac. It's fairly standard build for Terran, as well as building these Hellbats, which are actually very good at harassing pretty much any biological unit. They're really good at doing drops because they just roast Zerg drone lines and Protoss lines. Because, oh, that thing just walked right in here and just died to that Spore Crawler. It was weak though, so it's not really unexpected. This hatchery is going to have to be canceled though. I don't think, maybe not. He does have a whole bunch of Zerglings coming in here. He's spreading them around, going to try to take out these Hellbats before they're able to do too much damage. He's going to take down one Hellion and one Hellbat. This other Hellbat is actually in a very nice position there. Was able to roast a couple more Zerglings. This hatchery is not canceled. I was wrong. But he did do a little bit of damage there. I'm not sure what that was. Also 3 best of 5. So one of the observers apparently, I guess the observer is talking to somebody else. I have no idea. But either way, apparently this is best of 5. Best of 5, best of 3 is... I cannot read that. I'm not German. So yeah, I have no idea what that says. But the observers are just kind of chatting with each other while they're watching this match, discussing what's going on. So FaiLo here is actually going to go ahead and expand fairly soon. These Zerglings are waiting though. So he's going to have to clear these out before he's able to expand, unless he expands down here, which actually is possible. You do a lot of times see them expand down to here. Normally though, you're going to see somebody expand here. It's far safer, as you're going to be able to defend a lot easier, because they would have to circle all the way around here before they could get to this base. But the Terran player is going to go ahead and launch a pretty decent attack here. It was picked up by this Overlord, so the little one knows it's coming. So in comes some Reapers, just zipping around there, probably just scouting. There is the scan to go ahead and get rid of these creep tumors. Get rid of this creep. Very good idea there. But there's creep starting here as well, I believe thanks to an Overlord and a Queen. So there we go. In comes the Banelings. Ooh, just melted a lot of that army, but not nearly as much as he would really wish, I think. But he is going to have to back out these units there. Oh, the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines just nuked a whole bunch of Zerglings and the Banelings. Widow Mines are great at that. But the Terran player is going to go ahead and have to fall back. He did actually lose quite a few of his units there. And I think he lost all of his Widow Mines thanks to the Overseer there. It actually allowed the Zerglings to go ahead and clean that up. So if we look at the resources here, the Zerg is actually way ahead in resources lost, and by that I mean, you know, behind. Depends on how you look at it. He's got bigger numbers, which is not a good thing. So he's that. They are going to take down this Overlord. I like these Marine skins. They actually look pretty impressive there. Nice. There's something that's fairly interesting in the new expansion here is the whole idea of skins for your units and stuff. That's something that I haven't seen before in this particular game, and I actually kind of like it. It's pretty cool being able to unlock new skins and stuff as you go along. This hatchery is almost definitely going to go down there now. He's going to go ahead and take off as many of these drones first, and there we go. Down goes the hatchery. Goop spraying out all over the place. Nice little Zergling coming out here soon. So we now have, yet again, the little one is back to 3 bases, but so is this Terran player, FaiLo. The Zerglings here are going to go ahead and take down a couple of these SCVs, but they're not going to be able to take too much before the reinforcements from FaiLo come in and just clean them up. Couple Widow Mines here, obviously not doing anything as they are not buried, but there's more coming in now, getting healed up. Little one has a little bit of a strike force going around here, wanting to clean these up. He does have infestors now, so he can go ahead and land fungal growth. Yes, down goes that little bit. Gonna go ahead and take down even more of these. I have a feeling that the army here is going to get mopped up, and yes, absolutely nothing escapes inside the medevacs. The medevacs are falling back and just leaving them alone. So there we go. Here comes another army going in. They did take down both infestors there, so now there's just a couple Zerglings, or not a couple, but a decent number of Zerglings there, and now they're going in on this hatchery. They are having to retreat though, because there are 3 Ultralisks coming out, and Ultralisks do a lot of damage. Tons of damage for League players. Tons of damage! Down goes one of the Ultralisks, however, and he was able to get one of those Overseers, but the Overseers are going along and still just helping them to utterly destroy the Widow Mines. And now the Terran player is trapped there, so he's going to have to load all these back up into his medevacs and fall back. The Zerg player has no anti-air at the moment, so these are going to be able to escape from any of these engagements with no problems. But in comes a few more Zerglings. And by a few, I mean a lot. They're going to go ahead and take down quite a few more of these SCVs before they are forced to fall back as well. And take a look at what's in the process of developing. Multiple Ultralisks again. The Terran player has drilling claws, Terran vehicles, infantry level armor level 3, as well as weapons level 3, so he's actually getting pretty close to max out with that. And that's not really surprising. With a Marine Marauder medevac build with a few vehicles mixed in, it's fairly common to see both of these get maxed out fairly quickly. It's one of the more important things to research as Terran, because almost every army you make is gonna have Marines in it, if not Marauders as well. Marines are just so good versus air. This Baneling's going to go down instantly. Yep, they did take out the Banelings without taking any damage whatsoever, but now they're going to run into these Ultralisks again. And multiple Marines just died there. We heard their death cries as they died. But they are going to go ahead and go off and harass this extractor now. And the little one really can't do too much about it. So this extractor is going to go down. And now they're going in on a couple of the drones here. The drones are going to have to fall back, but in come the Ultralisks. Going to go ahead and mop this army up, but in the meantime, the Terran player actually did send off a dropship or 2 to go ahead and try to do a drop, but he was interrupted by the infestors, and now he's going to have to drop because there was another fungal growth. So that army just evaporated as well. Very nice fungal growths there. I'm surprised the Widow Mines don't attack these. Oh no! Boom! Down go the infestors. I actually am surprised they don't attack the overlords. I would have thought they would, but apparently not. So little one actually does have a attack commencing, it looks like. He's bringing multiple units up here. There's a scan here. Ah. put a scan here to see and go ahead and drop these Widow Mines down in the middle of the drones. They're going to go ahead and bury themselves. And the little one is wisely making his units fall back. He doesn't have any charges up at the moment, but now he does. And, oh no! The Widow Mines actually wasted their abilities on these Zerg cocoons. And now in comes the Overseer. If he comes over here a little bit, he'll be able to see this one as well, and they can take down this Widow Mine. But at the moment, it doesn't look like he's actually doing that, so he's going to lose a little... Oh, no wonder why. I didn't even notice that. There's a... I think I might have gone a little too far back. Unfortunately, I don't have quite the same amount of control in here as I do in League. I didn't really have a choice as to how far back I wanted. I didn't click this far back, but unfortunately, that's the way it goes. So anyway, here's this attack force going in here. There's that scan down there where he moved the Widow Mines in, and right after that is when the attack commenced up here, I believe. Multiple units getting ready for it, and they are all getting into position. This command center is actually being built here to expand, but it's about to run into a nice little problem. In comes the little one's attack, as I expected. That is indeed when it happened. So in comes the Ultralisks, Zerglings, and multiple other units. They did take down the wall there. They also made him cancel this. At least I think it was a cancel. Almost certain it was a cancel on that command center, and they just ripped through that army now. They're going to go ahead and try going in on this command center as well. They took down all of those SCVs. Take a look at the units lost there. Not bad at all. And workers killed. Wow! This little one has killed 57 workers, whereas Mr. FaiLo here has only killed 21, which is actually quite a few workers, really. But 58 is huge. 58 now, yes. Oh, because there's another attack going in down here where his Zerglings are just going in, and they took down more workers. So, I think... Let's see. Units. The Terran player is actually at 53 SCVs, so he actually is not too far behind. He's about 24 mining units behind. 20 workers behind, yes. But, actually, that's pretty impressive. So... Not bad at all. Very nice attack there by the little one. Go back to the production tab there. And there are multiple Ultralisks coming in again, as well as another Overseer or two. Oh, this Queen just got caught. It's going to die. Bye, Queen. No, I was wrong. It didn't die. So now FaiLo's going to go ahead and try to take out this Extractor. He was intercepted by these units. He might actually still end up getting... He's got these units going in on the drones while the rest of his army distracts the little one. So the drones are going to go ahead and start leaving now, but now the army is trying to fall back, but unfortunately for the army, it just ran straight into the Zerg army. So that didn't turn out well. There is an expansion here, and I don't think the little one knows about it. The little one does not know about it. He has no idea. So he's actually doing an attack up here, and... he has no idea that there's an expansion just waiting there for him to go ahead and destroy. But he is going in on these Zerglings. The Banelings took down that entire worker wave. So, ouch. Take a look at the units lost there now. Workers up to 81. That is painful. And now the rest of the little one's army comes in here. It is walled in up here, so he's not going to be able to get too much in if he raises this supply depot. But it looks like he's just going to leave the supply depot there. So, little one's army just got in here with no problem. But there's really nothing here to fight them from FaiLo. So that is indeed the end of it. There is the GG, and FaiLo says good luck in the finals. So there we go. That's the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.